The following is a presentation of the Ad Astra Sports Network, leading the way in regional sports coverage. Your home for the McPherson Bullpups is 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. Find exclusive Bullpup content online at adastraradio.com, including schedules, stories, and game day audio. Just ahead on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game, we'll preview tonight's matchup. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. The McPherson Bullpups play here.
At Midway Motors, we are here for you for every mile of life. Whether you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or selling one, Midway Motors will buy your vehicle even if you're not in the market to buy one of ours. Just stop by one of our 5 locations and one of our appraisers will evaluate your vehicle and you can leave with a check the same day. It's fast and easy. Visit MidwayMotors.com for more information. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Good Saturday afternoon and welcome in to the McPherson Roundhouse once again, where we bring you coverage of McPherson High School girls basketball as part of the Mid-America Classic. It's the final day and the second to final game of this tournament, as the last 3 days have been a huge success, but today it's all going to come down to an end. But we have the third place game first, as the McPherson Bullpups will play against the Salt Hawks of Hutchinson. Thank you for tuning in to 98.9, 1540 KMCP, adastraradio.com, the free Ad Astra Radio app, and for watching the video live stream on our website at adastraradio.com/TV. With studio engineer Sherry Bruce and live stream coordinator Peyton Huffman, I'm Lane Gillespie, here bringing you action courtside at the Roundhouse. Well, both McPherson and Hutchinson fell yesterday in the semifinals, which is why they are in the third place game here today. McPherson coming off of a 10-point loss, 48-38, against the Lady Indians of Manhattan, fresh off of a game where they had 26 turnovers, but defense was still a pretty good mark for McPherson. That's something they've really improved upon, as head coach Clint Kinnaman has said over the past couple of days. Meanwhile, Hutchinson is coming off of a blowout loss where they fell 49-19 against Olathe South yesterday, only shooting 14% on the floor and from behind the three-point line, and being out-rebounded by 17 rebounds. So this is a Hutchinson team that is hungry for a big win after taking that blowout loss yesterday, while McPherson is looking to go in third place once again in what would be the third straight year that they have done so with a win today. There's a little bit of history between McPherson and Hutchinson, but not for a while. We'll talk more about that coming up next in the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. You're listening to coverage of midseason tournament weeks on Ad Astra Radio, presented by Hutch CC.
More of the Midway Motors Drive to the Game coming up. Midway Motors in McPherson, Newton, Hutchinson, and Hillsboro for every mile of life. Your home for the McPherson Bullpups is 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Here's a bright idea. Make sure you put your pants on before leaving the house. Sure, it seems simple, but sometimes simple doesn't happen. At Idea Tech, we think it's simple to have real people who live in Kansas helping customers. We understand that not everyone in our industry agrees, but then again, not everyone puts on pants before they leave the house. We think it's important to get the simple things right, putting our pants on and providing local customer service. Another bright idea from Idea Tech. It's simple. Get Idea Tech fiber internet at ideatech.com.
I'm Jared. Since 1948, we at Krupp Lumber in Heston have been helping customers all over the state choose the perfect lumber, right tools for the job, and provide quality products to make their homes stand the test of time. Krupp Lumber has all the best brands like Milwaukee Tools and outdoor power equipment, Marvin and Anderson Windows, and R.D. Henry Cabinets. Ask about our in-state delivery. Check us out at krupplumber.com. Krupp Lumber. Service is our specialty.
Best thing about my job is working with young kids. The relationships that I get to establish and the smiles that we get to create.
I love being a dentist because lots of times people come in, they're nervous, scared, but being able to help them and change their smile, and it's just really rewarding to be able to be a part of that.
We'd love to see you at any of our locations. Big smiles and little places. McPherson Dental in Bueller, Inman, Hillsborough, McPherson, and Lyons, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch.
From spring planting to landscaping and fall cleanups to winter snow removal, Ellis Tractor is your warmest pack tractor for all seasons. Our universal skid steer quick attach system makes switching out attachments a breeze, and our tough heavy lifting loaders give you added strength for any job. Start with reliability and power, stay for a wide range of capabilities, attachments, and implements. Get more features for less money. Start blue, stay blue with LS Tractor. Visit Moundridge Tractor, where customer service has been our business since 1985.
Welcome back into the Midway Motors Drive to the Game as we bring you coverage of McPherson girls basketball in the third place game as they're about to go up against Hutchinson. Around this time is where we give our history segment with Mark Heidebrecht, but currently Mark is on vacation down in Phoenix, Arizona, so you're stuck with me today to give you some history between McPherson and Hutchinson. Now, we don't have the exact amount of meetings that these two teams have had and who leads the series. It's more than likely McPherson because they've had a pretty good history, not just in their school's history, but also in league play. Now, what I mean is, within league play, these two teams have been league opponents when they were back in the Ark Valley League, when that was all meshed into one league. And in fact, while they were in the Ark Valley League 3 times, while Coach Schaefer was the head coach for the McPherson girls, Hutchinson did win the league. They shared one in 1998 with McPherson, but then also winning it outright in 2002 and in 2003. But then in 2004, the Ark Valley League then became the Ark Valley Chisholm Trail League and then split up into multiple divisions. Currently McPherson in Division 3, of course, but Hutchinson is in Division 1. So they've played a lot more scarce in recent history. Now, in that recent history, these two teams have actually not met since 2016. That's about 9 years ago that these two teams have last played. They have never played in the Mid-America Classic because this is the first time that Hutchinson has been in the Mid-America Classic in its now 30-year history. But McPherson has won the last 2 meetings, most recently of which winning 38-31 back in 2016, and then also in 2015 when the two teams played 46-36. But the last time Hutchinson won was in 2014 when the two teams played. It was a 30-28 Hutchinson win back on January 9th, 2014. That was 11 years ago. But now to more of the history with the Mid-America Classic. McPherson did advance to the semifinals in 29 of the 30 tournaments, which does include this year, but them falling to Manhattan last night did push them to the third place game, where they are 5-1 in third place games in their history. There's only one time that they have not made the semifinal. That was in 2009. But now they have not made a championship in 4 years, since 2021. But 5-1 in a third place game, that's a pretty good mark. They have played for the third place game in the past 3 years, and they've won third place the last 2 years, last year beating Shawnee Mission East at the Roundhouse to win third place. But as far as the meetings go, from what we know in recent history, again, it's a bit scarce between McPherson and Hutchinson, who used to be former league opponents and now have not been. They've kind of gone into a one-off series in the mid-2000s to the mid-2010s, but again, these two teams have not met since 2016 when McPherson won 38-31. So because of that, today should be a really fun matchup between McPherson and Hutchinson, not just because it is a rare occurrence for these two teams to meet, but also because of the fact it is for third place in the Mid-America Classic. Again, for McPherson, they're 5-1 in the third place game. They have an overall record in the Mid-America Classic now of 71-18, and Hutchinson is now 1-1 as this is their first time in the tournament in the 30-year history. Later today, the championship will be between Olathe South and Manhattan, which will tip off at about 4:45. That one will certainly be a fun one to watch out for later tonight. But first things first, there's the third place game between McPherson and Hutchinson. We'll preview more coming up next in the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. You're listening to coverage of midseason tournament weeks on Ad Astra Radio, presented by Hutch CC.
Your home for McPherson Bullpup basketball. Find exclusive stories and streaming audio online at adastraradio.com or download the Ad Astra Radio app. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
For all your outdoor equipment needs, visit Hometown Outdoor Power with locations in McPherson, Salina, and Minneapolis. We've got the gear to keep your yard looking great. Trust Hometown Outdoor Power, your hometown partner in the outdoor power world.
When you need electrical work done right, trust Headland Electric, McPherson's local experts. From new builds to remodels and maintenances, we've got you covered. Give us a call at 620-241-3757 or visit HeadlandElectricInc.com today.
Hungry? Heston Bakery and Cafe welcomes you for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and everything in between. They have an assortment of sandwiches, salads, soups, baked goods, specialty coffees, and desserts. Open 7 days a week, located in Heston. It's a convenient, comfortable space to meet friends and family. Ask about the catering options, too. Find them online at HestonBakeryandCafe.com to view the menu or order online.
Are you done with punching the clock or constant work travel? Do you have 15 or more acres? Find freedom by joining America's #1 free-range egg brand, Happy Egg. Happy Egg is looking for growers to raise happy hens. Happy Egg offers startup and new flock cost support and yield-based compensation. Work from home. Work for yourself. Feed America. Visit happyeggfarms.com today for more information. Happy Egg is a proud supporter of McPherson County Athletics.
When quality of care matters, let the compassionate and professional staff at Hospice and Home Care of Reno County serve you. We are committed to the well-being of our community because we are your neighbors and friends. We provide services such as home health, hospice, private duty, palliative care, and voice care. Count on us to provide your in-home health care services. Wherever you consider home, Hospice and Home Care of Reno County, your local not-for-profit agency serving a 50-mile radius of Hutchinson. We care how you live.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to the McPherson Roundhouse to continue coverage of the Mid-America Classic as we welcome you back to the Midway Motors Drive to the game for the third place game between the McPherson Bullpup girls and the Hutchinson Salt Hawks. McPherson comes in 5-6 on the year after falling last night to Manhattan 48-38 in the semifinal match. Hutchinson is currently 6-4 on the year after losing to Olathe South yesterday. Hutchinson is 3-2 in their league play against Ark Valley Chisholm Trail Division I opponents. McPherson 2-2 against Ark Valley Chisholm Trail Division III opponents. They're about dead even in the standings for their respective classes. McPherson, of course, being 4A, currently sitting in 9th place. Hutchinson in 5A, currently sitting in 8th. We talked a little bit about that 5A West standings on Thursday when McPherson faced Andover Central, who's in the same region. The fact that how stacked it is with the top 12 teams having at least a winning percentage of 500 or 50%. So it is a very stacked 5A West region in girls basketball. It's one to watch out for moving forward. And there's one team that McPherson will have to go up against, one more team, that being the #1 team in the 5A West, that being Hayes High School. Now the KBCA has them ranked #2 in 5A. #1 is Topeka Seaman. So it's still going to be a tough matchup for McPherson. In fact, that's in about a week and a half, as that's going to be Tuesday, February 11th for the game against Hayes. Well, we're about to have the national anthem played, but first things first, we're going to thank our sponsors. Those include Paya Law. If you've been injured at work or in a motor vehicle accident, call Paya Law, 241-9000. Tom works to get the benefits you deserve. We also would like to thank our sponsors, McPherson College Admissions, Erickson Custom Building, Midway Motors, Prairie Land Partners, Stamatic, American Family Insurance with Steve Barr, Jar Automotive, McPherson College Athletics, TC Construction, Hometown Outdoor Power, Farmer State Bank, and Crop Lumber. You can hear the band in the background. It's a good Saturday afternoon for them to perform here at the McPherson Roundhouse. It's definitely going to be a fun game between the McPherson Bullpups and the Hutchinson Salt Hawks. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we will have the Ag 360 Insurance starting lineups. We will also give you the Erickson Custom Building game plan for both McPherson and Hutchinson to see how they can both get a victory here this afternoon and possibly get into the third place to finish off the Mid-America Classic. Again, the championship is at 4:45. But then after that, we will also have tip-off between McPherson and Hutchinson. We'll be back after this as we continue the Midway Motors Drive to the game in just a couple of moments. You're listening to coverage of midseason tournament weeks on Ad Astra Radio, presented by Hutch CC.
The Scooters Coffee Mom of the Game. Register your mom for a chance to win a Scooters Coffee gift card. Learn more at adastraradio.com. From Scooters Coffee in Hutchinson and McPherson and 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. We get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, crops, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we've been the #1 ag insurer for 25 years. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Call Farm Bureau agent Luke Bauer in McPherson at 620-241-0225.
#1 ag insurer across our territory. 1996 to 2021 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
Hi, I'm Catherine with First Bank Kansas. Have you ever found yourself at the checkout only to realize you left your wallet behind? Let's face it, it happens. But fear not. You can now securely store your First Bank Kansas debit card in the digital wallet on your phone or watch for seamless transactions. No more frantic searches or embarrassing moments. Just convenient, hassle-free payments wherever you go. Add your First Bank Kansas debit card to your digital wallet and leave your worries behind. Visit us in Salina, Ellsworth, McPherson, Abilene, Lindsborg, or Hutchinson for banking made personal. Member FDIC.
The Bradbury Company in Mound Ridge is recognized as a leading global equipment supplier for products like grain bins, steel framing, garage doors, metal roofing, and more. The Bradbury Company is a proud supporter of local schools and student athletes and wishes best of luck to all the teams.
At Hutchinson Community College, our online education department enables you to take classes anytime from anywhere. Flexible, affordable, and designed to fit your schedule. Hutch CC's online education could be the answer for you. Email info@hutchcc.edu for more information.
Experience the best in customer service when you call Alliance Agency Inc. for a Buckeye Insurance Group personal insurance quote. Alliance Agency Inc. can provide insurance coverage to meet your family's needs. Protect your financial future by calling Alliance Agency Inc. at 620-241-0213. Buckeye Insurance Group and Alliance Agency Inc. working together to protect you.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to the McPherson Roundhouse. We're just moments away from tip-off between McPherson and Hutchinson girls for the third place game in the Mid-America Classic. It's time to give you the Erickson Custom Building game plan for both McPherson and Hutchinson. Let's start off with the Bullpups after they were coming off of a 10-point loss against Manhattan yesterday. The couple of game plans that I've kind of talked about, the couple of keys that I've had for the past couple of days are to limit the turnovers and to take the shots if you have space. Don't hold back. They've done more of that over the past couple of days, except for yesterday with the turnovers. They committed 26, but defensively, they've been a lot scrappier. They've dodged for loose balls on the offensive end and defensive end as well. So it's basically keep playing scrappy, keep your eye on the ball defensively, face guard whoever you can. I wouldn't say smother them with the on-ball pressure, but get pretty close, as McPherson's done a good job of that over the past couple of days so far. For Hutchinson, it's this. They've been out-rebounded in both of their games. They won against Dodge City, who has a much smaller lineup than they do. They beat them 45-27, and then they lost by 30 against Olathe South yesterday, 49-19. But again, out-rebounded in both games. So rebound, rebound, rebound is one of the big game plans for Hutchinson. The other, protect the low post. And what I mean by that is do not let anybody get within 6-7 feet of the basket, because that is where McPherson has been their most lethal. They've driven inside. There's a couple of Euro steps here and there to get it up and in. These girls can finish with contact. These McPherson girls can. They have been great in the low post over the past couple of games, despite going up against taller lineups, which they'll have to do again today, but not much taller than they've been normally accustomed to. So for Hutchinson, they've got to do that. One final thing is share the rock. They've made just 24 shots this week, but 16 assists on them. That's a pretty good margin to have. So share the rock if you can, if you are Hutchinson. Make that extra pass to find an open shooter. Those are the Erickson Custom Building game plans for both teams. Erickson Custom Building for new construction and remodeling. Go online to ericksoncustomBLDG.com. Again, we're just moments away from tip-off as McPherson and Hutchinson will face off for the third-place game. They've headed to their respective benches. Now, McPherson will be representing the away team. However, just like the first 2 games, no matter what, if they're home or away, they will be represented on the scoreboard under PUPs, because it's not home under the home team on the scoreboard. It says PUPs. So that's where the score will be for McPherson, and then Hutchinson's will read visitor. However, for the sake of pretty much every other thing logistically, Hutchinson will represent the home team and have their home uniforms. McPherson will represent the road team and have their road uniforms here today. Another thing to keep an eye on for Hutchinson. So I mentioned that they have kind of struggled with rebounding. They've also struggled with shooting. They've shot a combined 22% in the 2 games, 17% from 3. They have not gone to the free throw line a whole lot. Just 12 trips to the line in this entire tournament, making 8 shots out of those 12. But this Hutchinson team has an experienced lineup. They'll have 3 seniors in their starting lineup, and they can be pretty good shooters at times this year. It's just, of course, they haven't done that well over the past couple of days when it comes to the shooting, but you know the saying, they're due. So, starting lineups are about to be announced. Let's start off with the McPherson Bullpups, again representing the away team today, but they will read the home team on the scoreboard. Here's your starting lineups. 5'6" senior guard Ellie Bauer, who averages 5 points a game. 5'6" junior guard, number 10, Marin Sambo, averaging 4.5 points a contest. 5'9" junior forward, number 12, Brooke Doyle, averaging 13.5 points a game. Riley Whitfield, who sports number 21, a 5'5" sophomore guard, coming off of a great couple of days so far in the tournament. And then Piper Alver, the 5'8" sophomore guard, sporting number 22. For Hutchinson, the starting lineups are as follows. 5'7" senior guard, number 1, Lily Rodriguez. 5'7" senior guard, number 3, Grace Posh. 6' junior forward, number 15, Ava Crone. 6'1" senior forward, number 23, Kaya Smith, and then 5'10" junior forward, number 25, Colby Kraft. So again, for McPherson, the starting lineups are Bauer, Sambo, Doyle, Whitfield, and Alvord. For Hutchinson, it's Rodriguez, Posh, Crone, Smith, and Kraft. I mentioned that this Hutchinson team has a bit of a taller lineup, but they get most of their production from their guards, those being Rodriguez and especially Posh. Posh has had a good tournament so far, but she's only coming off a 3-point performance in their 30-point loss yesterday, so she'll look to have a big impact on the offensive end. Those starting lineups brought to you by Ag 360 Insurance. Ag 360 Insurance is here to partner in your legacy. Contact agents Darren Eddy or Cody Moores in Inman. The uniforms for both teams, again, McPherson in their road reds, I should say. Red jerseys, red shorts with a white trim and black trim as well. White lettering and numbering on the front and back, spelling McPherson above the numbers. Hutchinson in their home whites, white jerseys, white shorts with yellow and black trim. Yellow lettering and numbering with a dark blue outline on the front and back, spelling Hutch above the numbers on the front. The Hutchinson logo, the Hutchinson High School logo with the big H and then a yellow hawk in the middle of the H is above the numbers on the back. The uniform is brought to you by McPherson Laundry. McPherson Laundry can help you look like a winner. McPherson Laundry, it's where to take your clothes. It'll be Brooke Doyle at midcourt for McPherson, Kaya Smith at midcourt for Hutchinson. Tip is up. We're underway as Hutchinson wins the tip. They'll go from right to left as we view the floor. McPherson the other direction. Rodriguez will start off with the ball, controlling the point, a handoff to Smith, turning the corner. Smith with a hop step inside layup, too strong. Just crawled off of the rim, rebounded by McPherson. McPherson in their first possession here in the third place game at the Mid-America Classic. Marin Sambo with a lot of tape on her right thigh, which is something new. She did not have that yesterday. Bauer puts up a three and knocks it down to give McPherson the first points of the game. Ellie Bauer from deep. Now McPherson has done a lot better shooting from distance over the past couple of games that they have earlier in the season. Inside Kraft lowers the shoulder, puts up a tough shot, misses after bouncing on the heel of the rim twice. Rebounded by the Bullpups. Whitfield left side for Bauer. With a right-handed dribble, Sambo back near side. Alvord with it into the corner for Bauer, who had those first 3 points. 1 minute in, 3-0 Pups. Alvord on the far corner, right in front of the Hutchinson bench, which is normally where the home bench is. Doyle wants a three, misses strong. She knew it, tried to run in to get the board, but their first was Crone for Hutchinson. Rodriguez controlling the point, throws a bad pass out of bounds as it went out of the potential grasp of Kaya Smith, just a little bit too far. So back to McPherson. This is an experienced lineup for Hutchinson. As I mentioned, they have 2 returning All-State honorees last year. Grace Posh was was second team last year. Kaya Smith was an honorable mention All-State last year. Posh is committed to play college ball at the community college level starting next year. McPherson with the ball low, up 3-0. Bauer in a double team, bounces it out. Alvord on the near baseline, tiptoes, swings it out far corner. Whitfield stops on the elbow, 10 on the shot clock. Alvord, open corner, pop, in and out, rebounded by Bauer, who races for it. There were Salt Hawks all in the baseline area. Bauer came in out of nowhere, tipped the ball, and a foul called on Hutchinson, who bumped into Bauer, making her trip and fall, accidentally, of course. That's a good start. Doyle off the inbound, shoots and scores from about 12 feet out. Brooke Doyle with a good start. 5-0 Bullpups to start off. 2 minutes in. Hutchinson shooting 0 for 2 so far, looking for their first basket. Posh on the right wing gets a screen from Kraft, another screen from Smith, and a little bump foul will be called on the floor near side on Ellie Bauer for McPherson. So that'll reset the shot clock for the Hutchinson Salt Hawks. Hutchinson comes in 6-4 on the year. They came in as the number 1 seed, I believe. I'll have to double check. Colby puts up a long 2, misses. Offensive rebound, stick back is good for Posh. That was one of the keys I had for Hutchinson. Rebound, rebound, rebound. That was a good offensive board by Posh, and that puts Hutchinson on the board, 5-2 McPherson. Alvord with the ball, swing out left corner, going against a zone defense. Whitfield receives it high, now just puts up a tough shot. It's blocked. Doyle's there, and then a reach-in foul will be called on Hutchinson after Doyle got the ball. So McPherson will have it thrown in on the baseline. Ava Crone will be called for her first foul. 2 team fouls for Hutchinson, 1 on McPherson so far, 5:22 in the first frame. McPherson to throw it in, deep pass, deep catch as well, near midcourt for Doyle. McPherson with the ball. Whitfield will now retreat and control the point as the team runs the offense against a 1-3-1 zone. Whitfield, kick out left side, Bauer, high pass, slipped out of her fingertips and taken away, but then Whitfield gets a hand on it, being tipped out of bounds. No! They say off of Hutchinson. Nope, somebody will come in to correct that. It will be Hutchinson's ball. Even as the McPherson announcer, I thought, yeah, that was clearly off of Whitfield. I will say, though, the official was running backwards. It is always awkward when you're running backwards trying to look at a play. But off the inbound, it's tipped and stolen by McPherson. Here they come the other direction. Up 5-2, 5 minutes ago, first quarter. Bauer crosses over near side. Now the defense looks like it's in a man-to-man. On the far end, Sambo, bounce pass into Doyle, fumbled it, got it back near the baseline. Extra pass, Alvord out front, drives, defenders there, puts one up, misses strong. Rebound, tap back, finding Bauer. Sambo, 3 is blocked. Rebounded by Hutchinson. That was blocked by Crone. Here come the Salt Hawks. Dribbling across midcourt right in front of us. Driving left, Smith. Dump inside, Crone lays it in. That was a terrific pass by Smith. Crone with her first points of the game. 5-4 now the score. McPherson with the advantage. But they have allowed 4 straight points from Hutchinson. Bauer turns the corner, high pass near side, Doyle wide open 3, just strong, and then Whitfield tips it out of bounds, trying to get the rebound. It'll go back to Hutchinson as McPherson will head to the bench. Jersey Alexander, Ellie Paulson, and Bryn Littlejohn will all check in for McPherson. I talked to head coach Clint Kinnaman earlier. We were having lunch in the hospitality room earlier, which, by the way, was made by Cindy Kinnaman, was absolutely delicious. But I talked to him earlier, and he said he was very impressed with Jersey Alexander, Audra Sambo, and Bryn Littlejohn, the younger players on the team, with their hustle. Hutchinson, kick out far corner, 3, good. Crone, wide open in the corner, pops one up and scores. They called it a long 2, actually, I believe. So the score currently reads 6-5. Say her foot was on the line, so it's just a 1-point Hutchinson lead. Here comes Jersey Alexander stopping in the lane. Tried to kick it out, but a foul called. Whistled on Hutchinson for reaching in. This one will be called on Lily Rodriguez, her first, team foul number 3 on Hutchinson. 3:35 to go as they have to reset the shot clock. Now it gets reset. So now they'll finally play it in. Albert in the far corner. Defended well already right out of the get-go. Now back near side. McPherson swinging the ball around. Looks like another zone defense. They're switching around the defenses are the Salt Hawks. They're currently in a 2-3. Still plenty of time on the clock, though, for McPherson. Alexander, far pass with a bounce. Paulson needs help. Finally dribbles into a double team, though. Tried to find Alexander in the corner. Out of bounds. Was it tip? No. It's back to Hutchinson. Hutchinson on a 6-0 run. 3:11 to go first quarter. It was 5-0 McPherson. It's now 6-5 Salt Hawks. Hutchinson making the shortest trip out of any team here in the Mid-America Classic, besides McPherson, of course. Just about a 20-30 minute drive. Smith drives, lost the handle, stolen by Paulson. Contact, no whistle. It was incidental, so good no call on that one. Here comes Whitfield the other direction for McPherson. Now Hutchinson in a man-to-man. Littlejohn, bounce pass, back door. Alvord wasn't ready for it. Almost collected it, but then it was poked loose by Rodriguez. The steal for Crone. The Salt Hawks with the ball. Rodriguez crosses midcourt, stops at the free throw line, kick out corner, 3 on the way. Posh in and out, rebounded by Littlejohn on the run. It took a bounce before Littlejohn could even get there, but nobody else was nearby, so McPherson gets it back. Whitfield steps back, had an opening, tried to kick it to Littlejohn near midcourt, and she's going to pick it up in the backcourt for a violation. Didn't really have much of a chance to save it. The ball already touched the midcourt stripe. So another turnover gives it back to Hutchinson. Still 6-5, the Salt Hawks lead. Going against some pressure out of the backcourt, but collected easily by Rodriguez. Rodriguez steps up, kicks it into the right elbow for Crone. Crone has 4 as a team, 6 points. Backdoor feed, shot up and in for Rodriguez. McPherson, by the way, brought back in Ellie Bauer and Brooke Doyle. Alexander tried to throw it to her teammate, goes off the shin of a Salt Hawk, out of bounds. Off of Hutchinson, it'll go back to McPherson. They'll play it in on the baseline. Marin Sambo will come back in. Audra Sambo will come in for the first time. Colby Kraft is also back in for Hutchinson. 1:49 to go first quarter. It's currently 8-5 Hutchinson. So the 5 on the floor now for McPherson are the 2 Sambos, Audra and Marin, and then Ellie Bauer, Brooke Doyle, and Ellie Paulson. Sambo on the near wing, tried to throw it, now does near side, and Hutchinson goes back into a zone, 2-3. They've gone back and forth between zone and man-to-man. I think we saw a 1-3-1 in there at some point earlier, but currently a 2-3 zone. Shot clock down to 10. Sambo swings the rock to Audra Sambo. Doyle inside, Paulson, one dribble, puts one up, it crawls off, rebounded by Hutchinson. Here comes Smith the other direction, has a teammate, throws it a bit too far, wild reverse won't go, rebounded by McPherson. Shot up was by Tenley Keaton, who just checked in. Was just right under the basket, tried to put up a tough reverse, but it was a little too strong. So McPherson with the ball once again. They have not scored since about the 6-minute mark of this quarter. We're at 1 minute to go here in the first. Bauer out front for Audra Sambo. Pass inside, knock loose. Doyle tracks it down. Bauer in the corner wants another 3. Off too strong. Tap back by Doyle, but out of bounds. And back to Hutchinson. McPherson at least getting a fingertip on it, trying to get the rebound. They are out rebounding Hutchinson 7-5, or 7-6 rather, but Hutchinson still with a 3-point lead. 45 seconds to go in the quarter. 2 clock separated by 15 seconds. Smith all the way home, puts one up, but it went in, but it's not going to count. A foul on the floor on Ellie Paulson. Just team foul number 2 and Paulson's first. That's a bit of a bailout, though, because Smith drove it all the way home and laid it in, but again, doesn't count. Fresh shot clock, though. They play it in. Smith, easy layup is good. Right off the inbound. Rodriguez will be credited with the assist. McPherson with the ball. 2 clock separated by about a second here in this first quarter, down 10-5. Backdoor feed inside. Bauer gets hit on the way up. Foul called. Ellie Bauer will go to the line for 2. It'll be the first trip to the line for any team in this game. and it comes with 25.4 to go in this quarter. But McPherson looking to finally get back on the board. They have not scored since there was 6:10 to go in the first quarter. Free throw misses too strong. There's now 25.4 seconds. Piper Albert and Riley Whitfield will come back in for Audra Sanbo and Ellie Paulson. So the starting 5 on the floor now for McPherson. Second free throw, Doyle is up. That one's short. Doyle tries to keep it alive. 2 Salt Hawks are fighting for it. Here comes Doyle and Alver to try to fight for it. A tie-up will be called. The arrow will point to McPherson on the alternating possession. So they'll get it back, playing it in on the baseline. Shot clock turned off. 22.4 left in the first quarter. Whitfield to throw it in. Nobody guarding her, so all 5 are guarding the ones on the floor. They play it in. High pass, Whitfield near side. 2-3 zone again for Hutch. Bauer, Whitfield wants a 3, misses strong. Doyle's there, tipped a couple of times. Here comes a Hutchinson player and another jump ball. This time Hutchinson will get it. So now Hutchinson with a chance to score to end the first quarter, already up 10-5. Here's a softball pass on the other end, catching it cleanly. 3 on the way. It's banked in by Keaton. Too early to shoot it, but she made it anyway. 3 seconds for McPherson. Whitfield chucks one up from half court. That's off the mark. And the first quarter comes to a close with McPherson trailing 13-5 against Hutchinson. No points for McPherson in the last 6 minutes and 10 seconds of the first quarter. Second quarter action coming up next. We're back at 30 seconds from the Roundhouse. You're listening to coverage of midseason tournament weeks on Ad Astra Radio, presented by Hutch CC.
Hey there, I'm James Dunlap from Farmers Alliance. Just like a winning sports team huddles up before the big game, we know that having a solid game plan in place ahead of time is key. At Farmers Alliance, we've got your back when it comes to protecting your loved ones before the unexpected strikes. Don't wait for a crisis to hit. Chat with your friendly, independent insurance agent today, whether you need to draft a plan from scratch or level up your existing one. Our Farmers Alliance team is here to prepare you for life's curveballs. Don't hesitate. Get in touch with your Farmers Alliance agent now.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to the Roundhouse. McPherson down by 8 here in the early going, 13-5 against Hutchinson in the third place game here at the McPherson Roundhouse for the Mid-America Classic. The Bullpups were up 5-0 to start off. Since then, Hutchinson has gone on a 13-0 run as McPherson is held scoreless in the last 6 minutes and 10 seconds. Here's a turnover off the inbound. Hutchinson the other direction. Layup good and a foul. Marin Sambo contacts the player on offense. I believe that was Grace Posh. It was. So she scores, got fouled, and she has a chance for the three-point play. And 10 seconds into the second quarter, head coach Clint Kinnaman wants to call a timeout. 15-5. Hutchinson leads McPherson. Another full timeout. We're back in 30 seconds from the Roundhouse. You're listening to coverage of midseason tournament weeks on Ad Astra Radio, presented by Hutch CC.
Parking lots and driveways can be expensive to install. This is Derek Fees. Let APAC Kansas Shears Division help you properly maintain these investments. Patching, crack filling, sealing, and striping are just some of the services we provide. Call APAC today at 620-662-2112.
I'm Gavin Powell, MHS class of 23, and now a McPherson College Bulldog. At MC, I have a team that's helping me pursue my dream job, turning my love of cars and history into a career at a museum or private collection. That's why I graduated from a bullpup to a bulldog. Build your team at mcpherson.edu.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
15-5, McPherson trailing just 10 seconds into the second quarter. Coach Kinnaman called his first time out of the game after an and one right out of the gate in the second quarter. Grace Posh with a chance to convert the and one, which she does as it crawled in the around the rim on the free throw. It finally went down after hitting every part of the orange painted circle that the net hangs off of. 16-5. McPherson trailing. Hutch now in a 3-2 zone. Nope, it is a man-to-man. Excuse me, man-to-man defense. Near side, bad pass, another turnover. McPherson has not scored in over 6.5 minutes. They were up 5-0, and they've allowed a 16-0 run. McPherson now in full court pressure. Hutchinson plays it in on the near corner, as pushing up ahead is Rodriguez. Leading scorer right now is Grace Posh with 5 points after the and one. Rodriguez on the near side into the near post. Driving, spinning inside. Smith shot and in. On the run, going to her left, and now it's 18-5 Hutchinson. And we're having shot clock issues again. We kind of had that a little bit in the McPherson Invitational last week. And they'll have to, they know how to fix it. That's the thing. Last week, right out of the gate, when it happened on day one, they did not know how to fix it. They know how to fix it. The issue is right now we have a game going on, so they're going to have to wait until play stops to change it. On the near side, Whitfield drives, puts one up, misses everything, rebounded by Hutchinson. Here come the Salt Hawks the other direction. Smith inside, defender falls down, and an offensive foul called on Kaya Smith, and that's 2 early fouls for her. If McPherson can continue to get her into foul trouble, that would be huge. Jersey Alexander's back in for McPherson. Smith, however, is staying in the game for Hutchinson with the 2 early fouls. 1 team foul on each team in the second quarter. 18-5 Hutchinson over McPherson. Alvord on the near wing, guarded well, swings it out front for Doyle. Doyle steps up, kicks it left side to Marin Sambo. Sambo turns the corner, held up, out front Bauer fakes. Kick near side for Alexander, driving, stopping on the baseline, crosses. Alexander picks up her dribble with the shot clock at 8. Bauer swings it, Doyle looking for a backdoor cut. Alvord has it, layup, good, and the foul. Piper Alvord able to finally stop the scoring drought from nearly a full quarter. Alvord with her first points and looking to get the and one. Crone called for her second foul as Jensen Alexander will come in for McPherson. 6:14 to go in the second quarter. That was a big time bucket for McPherson as Piper Alvord will look to convert at the line. Free throw up and misses off the heel, rebounded by Hutchinson. Well, credit the Salt Hawks. They're figuring things out on the rebounding side, which has helped them out in this 18-7 lead that they have. 6 minutes to go in the half, and an offensive foul called again on Hutchinson. Was that on Smith in the low post? No, it's on Kraft. Kraft's not in the game. 23 is who it's probably going to be on. They gave it to 25. 25's not in the game. The official went, I have no idea if I have no idea who they called the foul on. The scores table is trying to figure out who it's on. Okay, they changed it to number 5. Was she in the game, though? That being Grace Onches, or Clara Onches. I think she was. Just away from the ball. Now McPherson with it, swinging it out to the near side is Bauer. Bauer gets a screen from Alvord. Bauer, swing back out front. Sambo looking for Alexander, finds her. That's Jersey Alexander. Driving baseline, met up. Shot clock at 8, she retreats. Looking for Jensen on a backdoor cut. She finds her. Ball poke loose, and a bounce pass is taken away by Hutchinson. Here come the Salt Hawks, already up 18-7. Inside, Smith misses the shot. Got it back, stick back, good, and one. Kaya Smith adding 2 more, and will look to try to add on 1 more as Marin Sambo will be called for her second foul. Smith in this tournament averaging 4.5 points, total 9 points. She's already contributing in a good way. Free throw no good, but an offensive rebound by Linnea Alvarez. Smith now will try a 3. She hit it. That's 9 points for her now on the game. She had 9 points in the entire tournament coming into the day, and a timeout will be called by Coach Kinnaman. 5:10 to go in the first half, 23-7. McPherson trails Hutchinson. We're back in 30 seconds from the Roundhouse. You're listening to coverage of midseason tournament weeks on Ad Astra Radio, presented by Hutch CC.
Let the party begin where the pizza never ends. Come fuel up, raise up a cup, gather up your grub at the Hub.
Hey, it's Sammy, inviting y'all to join us in Mound Ridge. We have the station, coffee and bakery for all your ice cream, lotus, and coffee fixes. Enjoy one of our world-famous brick oven pizzas while sharing an appetizer. We are your one-stop shop for your friends and family to gather. Get your grub at the Hub.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
23-7, McPherson trailing now against Hutchinson with 5:10 to go in the second quarter, a 16-point deficit. McPherson shooting 3 of 13, Hutchinson 10 for 16, which has helped them out greatly. Leading scorer for Hutchinson is Kaya Smith with 9 points. She has more than the entire McPherson team. Bullpups with the ball out front. Jensen Alexander drives, tried to dump it inside. Ball was tipped, and Alvord couldn't recover. It's out of bounds back to Hutchinson. While we have a quick pause in the action, we'd like to thank Next Tech Wireless. You can stream today's broadcast on your phone with the Ad Astra Radio app. Powered by Next Tech Wireless. Shop for the latest phones and devices at the best prices. Grace Posh comes back in for Hutchinson. Riley Whitfield back in for McPherson. 4:50 to go in the half. Hutchinson will have the ball, playing against full court pressure, but nope, Hutchinson will now call a timeout first. A 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here this time and thank more of our sponsors, including Hutchinson Community College. Take classes anytime, anywhere at Hutchinson Community College online at hutchcc.edu. Hutchinson Community College, where champions are made. We'd also like to thank some of our sponsors: Mound Ridge Tractor, Happy Egg, Blue Stem Communities, Hospice and Home Care of Reno County, First Bank Kansas, Scooters Comfy, Farm Bureau with Luke Bauer, and Farmers Alliance. 23-7, McPherson currently trails over Hutchinson. 4:50 to go in the first half in the third place game of the Mid-America Classic. Hutchinson with a strong start on the offensive side. Hutchinson will play it in the backcourt against pressure. It was just a quick handoff right off the inbound. Rodriguez to Smith, and Smith with a team-high 9 points will control the ball. The 6'1" forward doing so. Now stepping up, shooting and scoring is Alvarez from the elbow on the right side to extend the lead to 18 for Hutch. And we'll have a whistle, and again, shot clock did not reset. We're having issues. Thought they maybe would have fixed it during the last 2 timeouts, but they didn't, I guess. So McPherson will have the clock stopped as they try to reset the shot clock, as Marin Sambo will also check in during said timeouts while they check on it. They do have somebody to reset it manually should need be, and by manually I mean they have to press a button, press the amount of seconds there should be, and press enter again, which is a pain, especially when there are offensive rebounds when you have to reset it each time off a missed basket that hits the rim. McPherson with the ball, Little John on the left wing into the far corner for Doyle. Stepping back on Smith, swing out left side again. Little John driving baseline all the way. Double team comes, shot up, blocked, out of bounds. And off of Hutchinson will stay with McPherson. A triple team came when Little John put it up and it was deflected out. McPherson will keep it, 15 on the timer. 4:11 to go in the first half. Whitfield will throw it in. Whitfield will just go the deep pass to Sambo in the backcourt. Sambo will step up, swing out left side. Bauer back to Sambo, shot clock down to 7. Sambo drives, tough floater, too strong, rebounded by Hutchinson. Smith with the board, taking it the other direction, wearing the lime green shoes, not lime, neon green. 3 on the way, Smith misses short, rebounded by Little John, and then a reach-in foul called on Hutchinson right after the Little John board. It will be on Alvarez, her first, but just team foul number 4 for Hutchinson. Next one will put McPherson in the bonus. But 3:49 to go in the first half, and it's 25-7 Hutchinson over the McPherson girls here today. Final day of the Mid-America Classic, this being the third place game. Championship games at 4:45 between Olathe South and Manhattan. Little John with the ball out front, near side. Doyle for McPherson on the wing against the man-to-man. Bounce pass, Little John with an up fake. Kraft guarding her well. Swing out to the perimeter once more. Whitfield stopping out front, swing near side. Little John moving the ball a couple of times. Now Sambo will control it. Shot clock down to 8. She's near midcourt. Crossing, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Sambo drives, puts another one up. That misses wide, rebounded by Hutchinson. And they should continue play. They finally do. Here comes Hutchinson the other direction. Smith has a lane, fakes a pass, shoots and scores. A terrific ball fake by Kaya Smith. She has 11 points for Hutchinson, and it's 27-7. McPherson trailing over Hutch. 2:55 to go in the first half. Backdoor feed, Doyle inside, layup good. They need to get Doyle going to try to mount the comeback, as Doyle's had a terrific tournament, having 19 on Thursday, 13 yesterday in the scoring column. Also a double-double on Thursday. Just one rebound shy of one yesterday. Tip past Doyle with the steal. 2-on-3 break. Doyle, stop and go. Takes it, shoots, won't count. Offensive foul called on Doyle rather. Drawing the charges, Rodriguez. Coach Kinnaman just shakes his head. I think he thought it was a block. It's one of those that could go either way. Nope, he does disagree with the call. So Hutchinson will play it in after the offensive foul on Doyle. 27-9 is the score. Coach Kinnaman still laying into an official as they cross into the front court. Hutchinson with the ball on the near side. Jackson spins, kicks it right side. Rodriguez stopping on the wing with a jab step. Now steps to her left. Great look inside, and Posh lays it in. That was a terrific pass by Rodriguez. It's back to 20 with 2 minutes to go in the half. Alvord almost moved her pivot foot, but was able to keep it down and give it up on the near side. Paulson drives, stops, puts one up, blocked, but a foul called on Hutch. So Ellie Paulson will go to the line for two. They'll call the foul on Posh, just her first, team foul number 5. So McPherson in the bonus for the rest of the half, but Paulson is shooting 2 free throws. McPherson is 0 for 3 at the stripe so far here today. Yesterday, McPherson shot 4 for 5. First free throw, in and out and back in, it's good. Hit every part of the rim, hit the backboard, and fell. McPherson on Thursday at the free throw line, though, their win against Andover Central, they went 19 for 30. So a bit of night and day from the recent couple of games. Paulson hits the second free throw. Carly Cooper will now come in. Not just for the first time in this game, the first time in this tournament, if you could believe it. A dangerous pass tip, stolen by Paulson. They did not get the clean pass in on the inbound, did Hutchinson. McPherson with the ball, 29-11, Hutchinson leads. Paulson inside, double team, high pass over the head of Alexander, and she'll just collect it in the backcourt for an over and back. It's always smart as, Piper Alvord's down, and she's hurt in the far corner. We hope she's okay, but she's having a hard time putting any pressure on one of her legs. I think it's her left leg or her left ankle. She's getting checked out by the training staff right now. And Alvord's in a lot of pain right now in the corner. So we'll go ahead and step aside for 30 seconds, and we'll be back after this. You're listening to coverage of midseason tournament weeks on Ad Astra Radio, presented by Hutch CC.
Hi, this is Lucas Raleigh with Raleigh Insurance. With a family myself, I know how important managing expenses are. If you are thinking about shopping your family's insurance, let us do the shopping for you with our newly expanded markets and carriers. As an independent agency, we've been saving families across Kansas for the past 50 years. Check out RaleighInsurance.biz, see me in Little River, or stop by Raleigh Insurance in Inman or Lyons today.
Since 1965, your choice for home, auto, farm, and commercial insurance. Raleigh Insurance.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Piper Alvord was able to get some help walking off of the floor, still in a great deal of pain on her left ankle. Certainly hope she's okay. That's getting tended to on one of the trainer tables near the tunnel outside of off the court. Hutchinson has the ball, driving, shooting, missing his Posh, but there will be a blocking foul called on McPherson. Coach Kinnaman, who wanted a blocking foul the other direction on Hutchinson, does not get one here. Jensen Alexander will be called for the foul, 4th team foul, Jensen's first. Shooting 2 free throws right now is Grace Posh. Posh, who's committed to play basketball at Seward County Community College, hits the first free throw to give her 8 points on the game. Lene Alvarez comes back in for Hutchinson. Second free throw misses, rebounded by McPherson. As the Bullpups will take it the other direction. On the near side, swinging it out front, faking a pass is Paulson. Looking out to the left perimeter, finding Cooper. Back out front for Whitfield. Whitfield drives, stops at the elbow, almost walked, but a bounce pass Audra Sambo on the baseline. Sambo lost it, falls down while collecting it, and she had possession before she fell down, so it's a travel and another turnover back to Hutchinson. Amory Lowry will now come in for the first time this tournament. Lowry is a 5'5" freshman guard who was not on the varsity roster to start off the year, but then once the second semester start, she came into the varsity roster. And she's a freshman, still a lot to learn, but she's a good athlete. High pass inside, Kraft turns, tough layup, crawls in, and a foul. Colby Kraft with her first points of the game, and the and one, a chance to make it 2 and put Hutchinson up by 22. Called a foul on on Ellie Paulson, her second. Both teams with 5 fouls now, 51.2 to go in the first half. Kraft's free throw's good, it's 33-11 Hutchinson. Here come the Bullpups with Amory Lowry controlling the point near side Cooper. Swing out front, Whitfield left side, Audra Sandbo back to Paulson out front. Paulson drives, lost the ball, she falls down, it's taken away. I think it was tipped and then rolled off of her leg actually, so just good defense. Hutchinson the other direction with Alvarez controlling the point. 2 clocks separated in the half by about a second. Pass goes a bit wide, it was not tipped as it goes out of bounds. Back to McPherson, 26.4 to go in the first half. Shot clock will be turned off for the rest of the quarter. 33-11, McPherson trailing. They've been outscored 20-6 in this second quarter. Near side, Audra Sandbo, high pass inside for Cooper. Ball poked at, diving for the ball, a fight for it, jump ball, and the alternating possession arrow goes back to Hutchinson. So they'll have a chance to extend the lead with 13.8 seconds to go in the half. Full court pressure, they inbound it to Posh, who's able to try to get past Sandbo. Audra Sandbo at that. Sandbo pokes at it and steals the ball. 2-on-1 break. Sandbo layup, no, but a foul called. Good play by Audra Sandbo, the young athletic freshman, to try to go to the line for 2. Kraft is called for her first. But now Audra Sandbo a chance to shoot 2. Sambo has not been to the line in this tournament. She hits the first free throw. Sambo's second free throw on the way. Crawls off, ball tapped back. Sambo has it, 3 seconds. Lowry chucks one up at the buzzer, just short on the front rim, and that's the end of the half. McPherson trailing Hutchinson 33-12 at halftime. Second half action is coming up in a bit, but first we'll have the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report. That comes up next. You're listening to coverage of midseason tournament weeks on Ad Astra Radio presented by Hutch CC.
You're listening to the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report. Great Plains Federal Credit Union, placing people before profit. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. The McPherson Bullpups play here.
Controlling your own weather can be easier than controlling anything else these days. This is Julie with RC Heating and Cooling. With a well-working cooling and heating system, you can be in control of your indoor weather at home. With so many things out of our hands, it's a good feeling to have a bit of stability. Call RC for a free estimate on new cooling and heating equipment. Call RC when your unit isn't up to par. Call RC to stay comfortable in any weather. Call RC 241-2787.
Hi, I'm Andrew Ealing. I'm excited to tell you about the Poo Squad of Hutchinson. Are you tired of the unpleasant task of picking up dog poop? I can help. We offer a one-time or weekly service for your convenience. Our pricing is affordable and varies based on the number of dogs. For 1 dog per week, it's only $12 or $52 a month. You can easily book online at hutch.thepoosquad.com or call or text at 620-322-0522. We take a lot of crap from our customers. Contact the Pooh Squad of Hutchinson today.
It's halftime. While the players are getting ready for the second half in the locker room, it's time to give you the Ad Astra Radio halftime report. There's a lot of college basketball action today, including KU and K-State, who are in action, which we will give score updates as the day progresses. KU is on the road against Baylor, looking to get a big-time road win in the Big 12, while K-State is in Hilton Coliseum in Ames, Iowa, looking to get an upset win against number 3 Iowa State. Again, we'll give you score updates as those games progress. Today's a big day in college basketball, too. There are some early windows for some key ranked games, those including number 5 Florida and number 8 Tennessee, as well as number 20 Missouri going up against number 14 Mississippi State. There are a couple of other ranked matchups to keep an eye on as well in the early afternoon, with number 1 Auburn on the road against number 23 Ole Miss. But there are a couple of big stories coming up today in college basketball, one of which being the return of John Calipari to Kentucky, with the current head coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks heading to Rupp Arena for a game tonight at 8 o'clock. But also earlier on in the afternoon will be one of the biggest rivalries in all of college basketball, Duke and North Carolina. The first edition of the Duke-Carolina rivalry will tip off at 5:30, which will be seen on ESPN at Cameron Indoor Stadium in Durham, North Carolina. Well, also coming up tomorrow is the Sunflower Showdown for women's basketball, as the number 11th ranked Wildcats, fresh off an overtime victory, will head to Allen Fieldhouse to go up against the Kansas Jayhawks, who are looking to pull off a big upset win. K-State is currently 8-1 in the conference, while KU is 4-6. Tip-off is scheduled tomorrow at 2 o'clock at Allen Fieldhouse. The game can be seen on ESPN+. But if you are in the Larned area, you can also catch K-State's coverage of the game on one of our stations on 92.3 1510 KLQR, as coverage will start at 1:30. Finally, a special congratulations are in order for a Hutchinson native and a guy who is currently the head coach of Washburn University, the NCAA Division II school in Topeka, that being Brett Ballard. He's a former Blue Dragon basketball player who eventually went on to play at KU and has progressed into a coaching career to now being the head coach of the Washburn Ichabod's men's basketball team. But the congratulations are in order because he has now helped Washburn get to their best start in school history. They are a perfect 20-0 on the year, and for the third week in a row in the NCAA and the 8th week in the row in the NBCA poll, they are the number 1 team in the country. That's your halftime report. More basketball coverage is coming up next.
A special service for a lost loved one is the first step in healing. Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home can help you plan that special service to honor your loved one. That specialized service that calls together the hearts and the minds of all who love them. It's a gift of memories and healing, a priceless gift for peace of mind. A fitting way to say goodbye to someone so loved. Leave it to Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home.
Are you building a house?
A swimming pool?
Are your lights flickering?
Call Schmidt Electric.
That's Schmidt Electric. 620-960-6755. Schmidt Electric will take care of all your electrical needs.
Got Spock?
At McPherson Center for Health, we're dedicated to caring for you close to home. From routine checkups to advanced medical care, we're here when you need us. McPherson Center for Health, caring for you close to home.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome into the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report. Still a few minutes away from second half action between McPherson and Hutchinson for the third place game in the Mid-America Classic here today. There have been a bit of some technological issues, so there's still a little bit more time in between the second half, as they've had to pretty much reset the entire scoreboard to where it completely reset to all zeros, basically. So they currently just put 5 minutes on the clock, and they are resetting the scores, which is 33-12 in favor of Hutchinson at halftime. So they are currently fixing that, and third quarter action will be in a couple of minutes. Currently some first half numbers for McPherson. Shooting 4 of 18 on the floor, 22%, 1 of 7 from deep, 3 of 7 at the free throw line. And for Hutchinson, shooting 14 of 21, 2 of 4 from 3, 3 for 5 at the free throw line. McPherson's leading scorer currently is Brooke Doyle with 4 points on the game, shooting 2 of 4. Hutchinson's leading scorer is Kaya Smith with 11 points, 4 rebounds, 5 of 8 shooting. We have some college score updates to give you as K-State and Iowa State wrapped up. I mentioned in the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report, K-State is looking to get another key Big 12 victory and get an upset win at home. Did they do that? By golly gee, yes they did. I don't mean by golly gee as in that was a shock. I mean by golly gee because they did it by a lot. 80-61, K-State upset Iowa State, which snapped a 22-game home winning streak for Iowa State, quieting down the number 3 team in the country. KU actually hosts Iowa State on Monday at Allen Fieldhouse, which, speaking of KU, they're going up against Baylor. Waco's always a tough environment, especially at Foster Pavilion, and KU has a big-time lead over Baylor at halftime, 40-21 at the halftime break. Couple of score updates, too, as McPherson College is underway as they have a doubleheader in Ottawa. The women's game is final. McPherson, who is still winless on the year, came oh so close on the women's side, 77-71, falling against Ottawa. The men's teams are currently in action with about 14 minutes left in the second half. Currently, McPherson trails Ottawa 55-50. McPherson fell against Ottawa at home earlier this year in a game where they were down by at least 20 in the second half to then only just lose by 3 points. Had a chance to tie it, but then lost in that one. But currently, they are at Ottawa and trailing in that one. So those score updates brought to you by McPherson Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. Second half action coming up after this. You're listening to coverage of midseason tournament weeks on Ad Astra Radio, presented by Hutch CC.
More of the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report is coming up after this. Next, we'll recap tonight's first half stats. Your home for the McPherson Bullpups is 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Discover everything Great Plains Federal Credit Union has to offer. From savings and checking accounts to retirement planning and loan services, we want to be your full-service financial partner. We will greet you with a warm smile and a helpful attitude. And when you're on the go, you can always take advantage of our online services and mobile app. As a member, you will be a co-owner in our credit union just like us, so you know we will always have your best interest at heart. Great Plains Federal Credit Union with locations in Salina, Abilene, McPherson, and Hillsboro. Member NCUA.
This is Darren Eddy with Ag 360 Insurance in Inman. For years, we've been known for our great service with our ag customers, but did you know we can handle your family or small business insurance needs as well? We would love an opportunity to sit down and visit with you about what we can do for you. As an independent agency, we can shop different coverage options for you. Stop by our office on Old K61 in Inman or give Cody Moores or myself a call today at 620-585-2128 or check us out online at ag360insurance.com.
Your bullpup pride with apparel from Artshirt, Gear for Sport at 211 North Main, downtown McPherson. We offer a wide variety of apparel for everyone in the family, offering sizes from newborn all the way to 4X. We wish all the student athletes a safe and successful season. Go Bullpups!
With so much financial uncertainty, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Hi, I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Trenton Ruxlow. If you have more questions and answers about what's next, let's work together to help ensure you're prepared for the future. After all, retirement isn't the end of the road, it's a new beginning. Call us at 620-241-5162. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Second half action starting right now as we speak. I was about to say about to start, but we started about 30 seconds before the clock hit 0 on the scoreboard. But we're underway for third quarter action. McPherson with the ball first, trailing 33-12 over Hutchinson in the third place game here today in the Mid-America Classic. Littlejohn in the lineup right out of the gate to start off the second half. We'll talk more about why she's in as the shot up by Bauer misses off of a block shot, rebounded by Hutchinson. I say we'll mention that. We'll mention that a bit later when we can. Hutchinson with the ball, though, on the near side. Posh crosses over on the near end, looking for a screen, doesn't get one, now tries to get one, as now near side Smith fires up a three, misses. Offensive rebound though, inside, holding the ball, double team, triple team. We're finally gonna have a whistle, 3 seconds called, a turnover, as just holding the ball in the paint was Crone, trying to find anybody, everybody to help her. So Bryn Littlejohn in the lineup out of the start of the second half, as Piper Alvord went down with an ankle injury in the far corner and did not play for the rest of the half. Doyle bounce pass outside, Bauer on the right wing. Alvord did just get a lot of tape on her left ankle, so much tape that they are having trouble at around halftime putting her left shoe back on. But she's back in, she's on the bench. I say back in, she's not on the floor, she's on the bench. Shot up was blocked again by Hutchinson. Here come the Salt Hawks the other direction. Inside, Kraft layup good. Kraft had 3 points in the first half, make it 5 now on the game, 35-12. Hutchinson leads McPherson, 6.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Whitfield on the far corner. Held up one-on-one against Posh. Now a bounce pass to Littlejohn and back to Whitfield on the baseline. Littlejohn shares it again on the right wing. Step up for Doyle. Doyle crosses over. Now Bauer with the shot clock now down to 10 for McPherson. Littlejohn guarded by Kraft, needs to give it up and does. Bauer with 5, gets shoved and a foul called. Didn't look like Crone wanted to do it on purpose, but just a little shove, having her hands out. If you pretty much put 2 hands on the ball carrier, or the ball handler in this case, that is pretty much a foul. That's going to be called 9 times out of 10. Crone picks up her third though, so with 6:06 to go in the third, she'll head to the bench. As checking back in will be Tenley Keaton. Bounce pass off the inbound, Doyle, tough shot, misses short. Ball tapped by Paulson, and Whitfield gets the board. Doyle near side, they go against a 2-3 zone. Whitfield on the right wing. Back out front for Bauer. Bauer steps up, Whitfield right wing, fakes, drives on the baseline, tough shot up, clinks off the front rim, offensive rebound, Doyle with an up fake, tough fading shot, just too strong. Another offensive rebound, Paulson, near side Doyle. Sambo, Bauer, high pass near side for Doyle. Thought about a 3, but backs off. Here's a cross-court feed. Whitfield fumbles it through her fingertips and out of bounds. So even though the possession results in a turnover, that was a good possession because McPherson had multiple opportunities, some great offensive rebounding to start off the second half for the Bullpups, but they still trail 35-12 against Hutchinson, 5:23 to go in the third. Posh with a left-handed waist-high dribble. Smith gets a screen from Kraft. Smith tried to dump it into Kraft, but miscommunication as Kraft kind of stopped because she thought that Smith was just going to take it herself, but instead Smith threw it a little bit too much ahead of Kraft, and it's another turnover. McPherson with the ball. Sandbo across midcourt on the near side for Bauer. Now out front for Doyle. Doyle with a couple of crossovers. Tough shot up over Smith is off the mark, and Smith gets the rebound. 5th rebound of the game for her. Here's a deep pass, deep catch, Posh, bounce pass, terrific pass, and then a foul called on Kraft, trying to go up for a shot, and a little bump foul called on Ellie Bauer. Bauer's second, but now Colby Kraft going to the line for 2. She is 1 for 1 at the stripe. She had an and 1 back in the first half. Colby Kraft's first free throw hits the front rim and goes in. You'll see that from time to time because sometimes what you're taught to do on free throws is to aim for the front rim, because sometimes, you know, if you aim right for the front rim, your body kind of tells you to shoot a little bit farther. Second free throw misses short off the front rim. Here comes Whitfield the other direction after the McPherson rebound. Bauer has Sambo out front. And Sambo will control the point, slow things down. Man-to-man defense this time for Hutchinson. Cooper with the ball out front. She just checked in before the second free throw. Sambo stops at the baseline. Cross-court feed out front for Doyle. Doyle with a left-handed dribble. Backdoor feed. Whitfield inside. Layup, no. But she got hit from behind and a foul called. And Riley Whitfield will shoot 2 at the stripe. Foul will be called on Tanley Keaton, her second. Coach Kinnaman thought there maybe should have been something a little bit more flagrant because he thought Keaton kind of just shoved Whitfield from behind a little bit too far or a little bit too much, but Looked like it was from one hand, though, which doesn't really result in many flagrants. Whitfield misses the first free throw a little too strong. McPherson trailing 36-12, 4:36 to go third quarter. Second free throw is good. Whitfield gets her first point of the game and then bottles up Posh defensively in the backcourt. Posh was able to dribble past her, trying to go all the way. Layup misses short. Good defense by Bauer to come in late. Here come the Bullpups the other direction. Cooper lost it, just lost her footing, and then a fight for the ball, jump ball, alternating possession to Hutchinson. Jersey Alexander will now come in for Carly Cooper. 4:11 to go in the third. McPherson down by 23. 36-13 is the score. Most of that coming off of tenacious defense. Hutchinson switching things up with their defensive efficiency, or their defensive formations. Only forcing McPherson to shoot 4 for 24 so far in this game. That's why, because they've gone man-to-man once, zone the next. They kind of just switch back and forth and back and forth. Here's Smith inside, turning, shooting, and scoring. What a terrific hook shot from about 12 feet out. Kaya Smith with 13 points for the Salt Hawks. 38-13, Hutchinson. McPherson trailing here in the third place game of the Mid-America Classic. They'll be back in action on Tuesday against Wichita Collegiate here with a doubleheader at home, as we'll finally get back to doubleheader play to close off the regular season, or for the rest of the regular season after this week. Doyle drives, caught up by Smith. Doyle fading shot, she's called for a travel. Doyle knew it though, she says, my bad. As checking back in will be Kate Jackson for Hutchinson, 5'8" junior guard, looking for her first point of the tournament. Hutchinson plays it in the backcourt against pressure. Everybody backs off in a man-to-man defensively after it was played into Posh. 8 points for Posh in this game, shooting 2 for 3. Here's a pass on the near side. Driving is Jackson. Back to Posh all the way home. Tough layup, crawls short. Rebounded by Bauer. Bauer's had a terrific week on the board. She now has 6, and we have a whistle because the shot clock didn't reset. Still some shot clock issues here at the Roundhouse. They tried to fix everything over the halftime break, which, again, last week in the first day of the McPherson Invitational, there were some issues with the shot clock, with just resetting it. And the officials are coming together, saying if there's one more issue, they're going to turn it off for the rest of the game. You can't blame the people on the scorer's table. It's all technology. It's bad sometimes. Bauer on a give and go. She stops, fakes on the far corner, now drives baseline. Foul on the floor, called on Hutchinson. On Keaton, she's got 3 fouls now. Team foul number 3 for Hutch. So Keaton will have to sub out. Lene Alvarez is back in. 2:51 to go third quarter. McPherson down 38-13. Whitfield plays it in. Alexander has the ball stolen, but then the person who stole it, that being Jackson, stepped out of bounds, so it's going to go back to McPherson. 2 turnovers, 1 for each team in the span of about half a second. And a pass to the right wing intended for Alexander, but she was not ready. So out of bounds it goes to the McPherson bench and back to Hutchinson. .245 to go third quarter. McPherson down by 25. Rodriguez stops on the left wing with a bounce pass. Now hands it off to Smith, who's guarded by Bauer. Smith with a size advantage, but a handoff. Rodriguez drives, floats, and banks it in. Just 7 points for Hutchinson in this corner, but McPherson just with 1. 40-13, the overall score in this game. Hutchinson leading McPherson. Alexander, bounce pass, Bauer inside, layup good. Terrific pass from Jersey Alexander, finding Bauer on the run. 40-15, now the Hutchinson Salt Hawks lead. That's just the 5th made bucket for McPherson. Driving is Smith, defender falls down, or no defender fell down, thought one did. Amongst a pile of people in the paint, she missed the layup, rebounded by McPherson. Bauer right side, Jersey Alexander, now out front for Audra Sambo. Near side, Paulson with the ball, guarded by Smith. Paulson backing her down, but still way outside. Handoff finally to Sandbo. Trying to cut it inside to Whitfield, but instead it's stolen. Here comes Hutchinson. Bounce pass, far side, floater, crawls off. Rebound tipped out of bounds off of McPherson. It'll stay with the Salt Hawks. As checking back in will be Ava Crone, who has the 3 fouls for Hutchinson. Checking back in for McPherson will be Carly Cooper. Hutchinson to throw it in on the baseline, 1:27 to go third quarter. Hutchinson leads 40-15. They play it in to the left wing for Posh. High pass to the near side for Alvarez. Stepping up, fires an open 3, rattles it home. Lene Alvarez from downtown. Timeout call by McPherson. 43-15. McPherson trails. Coach Kinnaman wanted an illegal screen on Hutchinson, but he'll call a full timeout, and we'll take one with him. 43-15, McPherson trails, 1:16 to go third quarter. Back in 30 seconds from the Roundhouse. You're listening to coverage of midseason tournament weeks on Ad Astra Radio, presented by Hutch CC.
Want your engine to power through the toughest conditions? Then you need John Deere Plus 52 engine oil. Built for extreme environments, Plus 52 gives your engine the protection it deserves and keeps it running at peak performance. Right now, you can save big with 10% off select packaged oil and 15% off filters. Stock up today at Prairie Land Partners. Offer ends February 28, 2025. Call, stop by, or visit prairielandpartners.com to learn more.
Prairie Land Partners.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
43-15, McPherson trailing against Hutchinson here today as the Bullpups are trailing here in the third place game as we speak against the Salt Hawks again. McPherson has just struggled offensively against a tenacious Hutchinson defense. Switching formations time and again, but they've also had a couple of injuries, especially to Piper Alvord, who has been out since the first half. She's on the bench, but on the end of the bench. Driving is Paulson for McPherson. Deep pass. Jersey Alexander swing out up front. Whitfield will now control the ball. 10 on the shot clock. Looking, finding Jersey Alexander. Shot clock at 7. Alexander drives. Ball poked out of bounds. Will stay with McPherson with the shot clock at 5. Whitfield will throw it in on the baseline. Again, 5 on the shot clock. 46.6 to go in this quarter. Whitfield looking, deep pass Alexander with the clock at 4. 3, right side to Cooper now. Wants a 3, but it's blocked, and that's a shot clock violation. That was rejected by Crone, who had a size advantage over Cooper. 41.2 to go third quarter. McPherson trailing 43-15. Hutchinson with the ball, 2 clocks separated by about 5 seconds. Smith drives, kick out near side. Now Posh wide open 3, missing strong. Long rebound to Audra Sandbo, who then gets bumped. A foul called on Crone, which is her 4th. And I believe the 4th team foul. 28.3 to go in the quarter as Crone will sub out, and coming in will be Clara Onchis for Hutchinson. Whitfield will cross midcourt for the Bullpups. Back right side. Again, shot clock turned off. McPherson will hold for the final shot, likely. Whitfield with the ball in the far corner. Crossing over against Posh. Bounce pass. Tipped away, saving it. Nope, she was out of bounds. Good play, good effort by Alvarez at least. But her foot was out of bounds when trying to save it over her head. 10.5 to go in the third quarter. Whitfield to throw it in. Deep pass. Out front, Sandbo on the far end. Cooper, right side, Whitfield. 6 seconds. Whitfield turns the other direction, steps back, needs help. 2 seconds, 1 second. Alexander at the buzzer, misses the 3, and the third quarter comes to an end. 43-15, Hutchinson leads over McPherson. Fourth quarter action coming up next. Back in 30 seconds from the Roundhouse. You're listening to coverage of midseason tournament weeks on Ad Astra Radio, presented by Hutch CC.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
We're Stamatic of Central Kansas, with a new location at 209 North Main in downtown McPherson. We are here to help, offering water, fire, and smoke restoration, mold remediation, carpet and upholstery cleaning, as well as hard surfaces like LVP, tile, and even grout cleaning. Honey, don't forget about the places you can't see, like air ducts and dryer vents. Find us on Facebook or online at stamaticofcentralks.com for a free estimate.
Honey, don't forget
to see how Stamatic of Central Kansas can help you.
Honey, don't forget.
Call Stamatic, you'll be ecstatic.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
McPherson trailing 43-15 through 3 quarters of play. Fourth quarter coming up as Hutchinson will have the ball to start off the fourth quarter. 5 on the floor will be Ellie Bauer, Marin Sanbo, Brooke Doyle, Riley Whitfield, and Bryn Littlejohn. McPherson shooting 5 of 27 against this tenacious Hutchinson defense, but they themselves have been clicking offensively, shooting 58%. And that's an offense that came in to this game shooting just under 30% in the entire tournament. Whitfield with the ball, swing near side, Sanbo against the 3-2 zone. Now kick out to the far side as thought they were going to transition to a man-to-man. Nope, still a zone. Bauer in the corner, wants a 3, misses strong, rebounded by Hutchinson. Here come the Salt Hawks, up by 28 points in the third place game of the Mid-America Classic. Posh drives, kick out, Rodriguez, pass into the paint, Smith. Lost it, found it again, shoots and scores. It's a 30-point game, so normally that would mean a running clock, but I'm not sure if that would be the case here in a midseason tournament game because we had one by over 30 earlier this week and there was no running clock, so we'll see. Sanbo, right corner to Bauer, cross-court feed, Doyle fakes, Doyle drives, bounce pass intended for Littlejohn, had it poke loose, she falls to the ground. Sanbo with it, bounce pass Bauer, far corner, fakes, Bauer driving baseline, lost it as she had it tipped, shot clock at 6, Doyle with 5 on the near corner, Doyle with 3. Deep pass, Sanbo, deep 3, misses everything, rebounded by Hutchinson. 6.5 minutes to play here in the third place game. McPherson trailing 45-15. Far corner with the ball, Alvarez a 3, too strong, rebounded by Doyle for McPherson. Here's a deep pass on the right side. Sanbo fakes, out front Doyle. Here's a pass into the near corner, Bauer, inside Littlejohn, lefty layup good. Bryn Littlejohn with her first points of the game. 45-17, Bauer pokes it loose, out of bounds off of Hutchinson. What a play by Bauer. So as I kind of talked about with the running clock, this is the first dead ball period since it was at least a 30-point game. No running clock. So we'll see the rest of the 6:05 through. McPherson down by 28 going against zone defense. Off the inbound, deep inbound, near side for Doyle. McPherson has not scored more than 7 points in a quarter. That came in the second quarter. High pass near corner, Whitfield fakes, now steps up and dribbles. Sanbo on the near wing, bounce pass to the other end of the court as Bauer will swing it to Doyle. Bounce pass inside. Littlejohn, another hook shot, misses, tried to fight for it, it's tipped. Doyle has it, gets undercut, misses a shot, but a foul called, and Brooke Doyle will go to the line. Foul on Grace Posh, her second. Good effort again on the offensive glass for McPherson. They've been good at that in the second half. In fact, McPherson is out-rebounding Hutchinson. 5:40 to go. Brooke Doyle to shoot 2 at the stripe. First free throw, hits front rim, side rim, and then misses. Doyle missing her first free throw attempt of the game. She has 4 points and 4 rebounds. Doyle looking for a second free throw to give her 5 points on the contest. It's up, misses. Doyle races for it, but it's taken away by Hutchinson. Posh got the rebound. Just her 4th of the game. Littlejohn goes down in the paint, and a travel will be called on Hutchinson. Keaton called for taking an extra step on the left wing, so a turnover back to McPherson. 45-17 the score. McPherson overall at the free throw line after those 2 misses by Doyle, now 4 for 11. They're 6 of 31 on the floor, 1 of 11 from deep. The 1 made 3 were the first points of the game, a 3 by Bauer. Cross-court feed out front, Littlejohn with the ball for McPherson, right side for Bauer. Into the far corner again, Sandbo doubled up, needs to give it up. Great pass, Doyle wants a three, misses off the front rim. Rebound fought for out of bounds, but they say off of Bauer. But good effort by McPherson. 3 Bullpups were in the paint, only 1 Salt Hawk. The 1 Salt Hawk fought pretty well for it, but then Bauer poked it out of bounds. Hutchinson with the ball, 5:09 to go, up by 28. Rodriguez crosses over on the far side, guarded by Whitfield. Now another far pass, Posh in the corner, baseline, tough shot up and in. Grace Posh, just her 4th bucket of the game, 10 points for the senior and the Seward County Community College commit. Back to a 30-point game, 47-17, Hutchinson. 4:40 to go. Doyle caught up on the baseline, needs help, finds it with Littlejohn. She'll dial up a 3 and connects. A pure swish for Bryn Littlejohn. She has 5 points all in this half, and Coach Kinnaman will call a timeout, 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. And we'd like to thank our sponsors. We're sponsored by Next Tech Wireless. You can stream today's broadcast on your phone with the Ad Astra Radio app powered by Next Tech Wireless. Shop for the latest phones and devices at the best prices. We're brought to you by Pile Law. If you've been injured at work or in a motor vehicle accident, call Pile Law, 241-9000. Tom works to get the benefits you deserve. We're also brought to you by Hutchinson Community College. Take classes anytime, anywhere at Hutchinson Community College, online at hutchcc.edu. Hutchinson Community College, where champions are made. Also like to thank our other sponsors, Headland Electric, the Bradbury Company, the Hub MTC, Hutchinson Community College, Alliance Agency, APAC Shears, and Raleigh Insurance. 4:33 to go in the 3rd place game here today in the Mid-America Classic. McPherson trailing 47-20 against Hutchinson. Coach Kinnaman called the timeout. He has 1 left. Hutchinson with 4. Here's a softball pass. On the run is Posh. Got past Doyle. Posh all the way. Scoops one up and in. Looked like one of those late little stop and go moves. I think you could call it a hitch move or a hitch and go in football. McPherson with it once more. Littlejohn lost it. Good defense by Colby Kraft. Here comes Hutchinson. 49-20. The Salt Hawks lead. Smith on the near side. Fires from 15. She hit it. 17 points for Kaya Smith, the 6'1 senior forward. She is getting college offers, but from local community colleges, as both teams will now head to the bench to have some people sub in on the next dead ball. Another steal. Here comes Keaton. Euro step floater misses. A fight for the rebound as it's deflected. Hutchinson gets it back. Posh fades and scores. About a 10-foot fadeaway jumper from Grace Posh in the lane, and it's 53-20 Hutchinson, 3:35 to go. High pass Bauer on the near side with a jab step. Swing out far corner. Littlejohn thought about a 3, but now backs down Kraft and has to give it up into the perimeter once more. Doyle with a bounce pass. Bauer wants a 3, misses, rebounded by Hutchinson. And McPherson will foul, only doing so just so they can bring in the substitution. So that was a foul committed intentionally, but not an intentional foul, if you will, called on Riley Whitfield. As McPherson will bring 5 new players in: Amory Lowry, Carly Cooper, Jersey Alexander, Ellie Paulson, and Audra Sandbo. While Hutchinson will bring in, for the first time today and this tournament, Brooke Hogan, a 5'9 junior forward. Also, Callie Corwin is in for the first time this tournament. Or no, she isn't. That was a different jersey number. Ball poked out of bounds off of Hutchinson. So McPherson will get it back. I read the wrong jersey number. I thought I saw a 20, which is what Corwin wears, but nope, it was a 10, which is Tenley Keaton, who's been in quite a bit already today. McPherson with the ball, under 3 minutes to go, 53-20. McPherson trailing Hutchinson. Foul will be called on Kaya Smith on the drive by Paulson. Smith to hit with her 3rd. Team foul number 2 is now coming in for the first time in this entire tournament. Avery Tecklenburg, 5'10 sophomore guard for Grace Posh. Posh will likely sub out for the final time in this tournament, finishing this game 14 points, 5 rebounds. They play it in with Cooper, a fight for the ball, tie up the arrow to Hutchinson. That was defended well by Rodriguez for Hutchinson, and now the Salt Hawks have it back with 2:49 left. Into the backcourt, here's an inbound that goes over the head of a Salt Hawk, taken away by Cooper. Sambo with a floater, missing short, looking to get it back. Now a fight for the rebound on the baseline, out of bounds. They just yelled white ball, so back to McPherson, or back to Hutchinson. Now, checking in for the first time this tournament will be Callie Corwin, the 5'6" sophomore guard. Clara Onchis will come back in, so will Kate Jackson. 2:42 to go, 53-20 Hutchinson. Salt Hawks with the ball. Looking to play it into Onchis, then they do. Onchis on the near side against full court pressure. Gets bumped, a foul called on Jersey Alexander, just team foul number 2. Alexander's first. So this pretty much will, barring a miracle comeback, as McPherson's down by 33 with 2:38 to go. McPherson will fall in this third place game and finish in 4th place in this tournament as Audra Sambo reaches in and is called for a foul. Sambo's first, team foul number 3, but they had a terrific win in the first game against Andover Central, but it's the stifling defense that Hutchinson has. They're going to be a tough team in 5A. There's a foul on the other end on McPherson, I believe. Yep, on Jersey Alexander. And now checking back in for Hutchinson will be Lene Alvarez. 4th team foul. As throwing it in on the near side will be Jackson for Hutchinson. They do on the near side, a fight for the ball. Everybody diving for it. There will be a jump ball, the arrow to McPherson. Good defense by Carly Cooper and by Audra Sambo that time. 2:27 to go, 53-20. Hutchinson leads McPherson. This loss for the Bullpups will also drop then to 5-7 on the year. And then they'll head back to normal regular season play. There's a pass at a backdoor inside, lefty layup good for Jersey Alexander. Here comes Hutchinson the other direction, a key screen. Alvarez, high pass, looking to go into the paint. Out of bounds, nope, it's not. Cooper intercepted it on the baseline and taken back by the Bullpups. Deep pass, Sambo gets bumped and a foul called. Foul on Jackson, her first. But thinking about what's to come for McPherson, they have Wichita Collegiate on Tuesday. And then originally they were not supposed to have a game for the rest of the week, but because of the Augusta game back in January that got postponed, that will be played next Thursday, this upcoming Thursday. Deep 3, Cooper misses, but she's fouled. Don't know if she did that on purpose just so she could go to the line for 3 free throws because she shot it kind of late, but it'll work. Hogan called for the foul. Cooper will now shoot 3 free throws. But after that Augusta game, there's at Hayes next Tuesday, which is a long road trip for a Tuesday night. And then 5 divisional games to close off the regular season. Cooper hits the first free throw for her first point of the game. The games down the stretch are crucial for McPherson to have a chance to host a sub-state game in the first round. Cooper hits the second free throw because McPherson came in today in 8th place. And honestly, regardless, they'll stay in 8th place. Third free throw goes down. Because the team below them in 9th, or rather, McPherson's in 9th, I should say. They're not in 9th. They're not in 8th. They're in 9th. 53-25, Hutchinson leads, and a carry called on Hutchinson. Another turnover back to McPherson. But back to what the point that I was making. The games down the stretch, of which there are 8 left, are very crucial because of the fight to host the first round of sub-state. The top 8 do so. If you finish 9th through 16th, you're on the road in the first round. And a reach-in foul call on Hutchinson on the ensuing possession. Little pushing back and forth. Yeah, we got to have techs, but they're going to give double techs. Technical foul on Ellie Paulson and on Lene Alvarez. Coach Kinnaman saying there should not be a double tech, but normally in a kind of scenario, especially in high school ball, you know, if there's anybody involved in any confrontation, it's going to be double techs, whether you like it or not. That's pretty much the rule. It will be Ellie Paulson hit with a tech and Lene Alvarez because, I mean, Cooper came in kind of, I think, accidentally pushed Alvarez, maybe said a couple words after she got fouled. Alvarez came in and pushed back well after the dead ball, which would be a dead ball contact technical foul on Alvarez. So the official is talking to head coach Clint Kinnaman about so they called a personal foul on Tecklenburg, technical foul on Alvarez. And then I believe a technical on Carly Cooper, or rather on Ellie Paulson, which the public address announcer did not address. But two technical free throws for Carly Cooper, who hits the first. She's 4 for 4 at the stripe. Second free throw crawls in as well. 5 for 5 for Carly Cooper. So that'll work. It's McPherson's ball. So was there no technical on Cooper? I think maybe that was the call. Or was there? The official on the far end is talking with the official. Okay, one official shook his head. Okay, no technical on number 20 for McPherson. And now the officials are talking, should there be 2 more free throws? Technically, McPherson is in the bonus, but because it was a technical, we'll see. So now, I mean, this game has delayed quite a bit. The championship game was supposed to be played in 3 minutes. That's not going to happen. So the officials again are talking to the scores table. What's the game plan going to be here? There's 1:35 left. Hutchinson's up 53-27 after technical foul was issued to Alvarez for Hutchinson. And now a third official is going to come in and talk things over. So I think we are going to have free throws because the official's going towards the free throw line. There are going to be free throws because of the bonus. So, okay, those counted as the bonus free throws. These are the technical free throws, or maybe the other direction, because Cooper's back at the free throw line with nobody around her. She hits the first free throw, and she hits the second. How about that for Carly Cooper, a 5'8" freshman? She is 7 for 7 at the line. How about that? And it is McPherson's ball because of the tech, 53-29. And they'll play it into the backcourt for Audra Sambo. 90 seconds to go in the game. Sambo with a far pass, Cooper in the corner. Cooper backing down inside, kick out near side for Lowry. Almost walked as she shuffled her feet. Cross-court feed is intercepted by Hogan. Here comes Keaton the other direction for Hutch. Ball poked loose, Jersey Alexander got a fingertip on it, but Keaton keeps it near side. Jackson fires a 3, missing strong, rebounded by Cooper of McPherson. 1 minute to go, here come the Bullpups. I mean, regardless of the outcome, hey, how fun were the last couple of minutes? We'll have a bump foul called on Hutchinson. Amory Lowry was fouled, so she'll go to the line for 2. Corwin called for the foul. By the way, Cooper came in. She's 7 for 7 at the line for 7 points. She came in with 5 points all season as Lowry misses the first free throw. But Cooper has 7 today. Just all on free throws. That'll bump the average without a doubt. Second free throw crawls off. Cooper trying to fight for the rebound. Also fighting for it was Tecklenburg. And a jump ball, the arrow back to Hutchinson. 56.1 to go. Alexander was about to throw it in, but then the official said, nope, it's Hutchinson's ball. 56.1 to go. 53-29 Hutchinson. They'll play it into the backcourt for Keaton. Keaton goes behind the back, trying to get past Alexander. Keaton now crosses midcourt with about 2 seconds to spare. On the near side, Keaton stops on the wing, crosses over, now drives all the way, tried to kick it. There's a foul call. That will be on Audra Sambo, and Hutchinson is in the bonus, 40.5 to go. No, they gave it to Jersey Alexander. which will be her third. But again, Hutch in the bonus, 2 free throws for Tenley Keaton, 5'4" sophomore guard. Looking for, well, she had 3 points yesterday in the Invitational, which were her only points of the Invitational. She has now 4 today after hitting the first free throw. She hit a 3 in the first half. Second free throw just crawls off, rebounded by McPherson. 2 clock separated by about 5 seconds as Lowry got the rebound. Cooper on the near side out front with it now. Crossing over is Alexander. 20 on the shot clock, 25 on the game clock. Alexander steps up, misses the shot. Lowry, offensive rebound. Stick back misses, but Lowry's fouled and she'll go back to the stripe. 2 free throws again for Lowry, who went 0 for 2 in her first trip. Foul called on Keaton. She has 4 now. So Colby Kraft will now go back to the scores table for Hutchinson. She's a starter. As the first free throw goes in for Lowry. Kraft comes in for Keaton. 20.5 to go. Shot clock turned off the rest of the way. Lowry hits the second free throw. She goes 2 for 2. Hutchinson will throw it in against full court pressure again by McPherson. They fumbled it off of their own foot, out of bounds, back to McPherson. The thing is, if this were a much lesser deficit, McPherson would have much more of a fighting chance, but because they're down by 23 with 20 seconds left, not much. Lowry drives, kick out, Sambo long 2, crawls short, rebound, fought for, out of bounds. We'll stay with McPherson with 10.6. Good effort, though, especially you think about it. We'll talk to Coach Kinnaman about this postgame. The effort by the freshmen that have come in has been outstanding. Deep inbound near side with the ball for McPherson. Now backdoor feed. Sambo drives, misses. Rebounded by Hutchinson. A jump ball with 2.8. No, they call a foul. They called a foul. 2 free throws coming as they're in the bonus. 2.8 left. Audra Sambo called for her second foul. So again, just delaying the inevitable. 2.8 seconds left. But again, as I mentioned, the big positive with this is that the freshmen have had an amazing effort in this fourth quarter. Now, they're also going against other underclassmen, people who normally come off of the bench for Hutchinson, but that's good for the future of Bullpup girls basketball. First free throw misses for Corwin. Second free throw misses as well. Not going to count because of a lane violation on Corwin, so 2.8 to go for McPherson. They'll play it in the backcourt. No pressure coming in for Hutchinson. They tell everybody to back off. Alexander will just heave it up from full court, which will be well short. And that's the ball game. The third place game comes to a close. McPherson falls against Hutchinson 54-31. The Bullpup Locker Room Show is coming up next. You're listening to coverage of midseason tournament weeks on Ad Astra Radio, presented by Hutch CC.
Coverage of Bullpup basketball continues next with the Bullpup Locker Room Show. Stay tuned as we name tonight's play and player of the game. The McPherson Bullpups play on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Life's better when you're under our roof because our agents can help you choose insurance to help protect what matters most. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family can have the help they need to continue to pursue their dreams.
Visit your local American Family Insurance agent, Steve Barr, at 807 North Main, McPherson.
Products not available in all states. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
American Family Insurance.
Vince Lombardi once famously stated, "Individual commitment to a group effort is what makes a team work, a company work, a society work." I'm Keith Razak, and along with the insurance team at Farmers Alliance, we're cheering on all the local competitors this season. Your passion for the game and loyalty to your school fill us all with the sense of pride. Thanks for showcasing top-notch sportsmanship and talent, influencing our community in a positive way. Just remember, at Farmers Alliance, through it all, we're your biggest fans.
Most people know you have to change the engine oil regularly, but did you know that there are at least 4 other fluids that need serviced at regular intervals? These include transmission, power steering, brake, transfer cases, and more. Even hybrids require regular maintenance to maximize fuel economy and reduce costly repair bills. Come see the professional service team at Jarrett Automotive to make sure your car is in tip-top condition.
When it's time to give your car some kale, come to Jar. We'll see you there.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back into the Bullpup Locker Room Show. Currently, the medal ceremony for the third-place finishers, the Hutchinson Salt Hawks, is being done at midcourt as we speak, as McPherson falls 54-31 against Hutchinson here today. Final line score for both of these teams. Let's start off with the winning team, the Hutchinson Salt Hawks. 54 points, shooting 23 of 39, 59% on the floor, 33% from 3, going 3 for 9, and then 5 for 10 at the free throw line, shooting 50%. For McPherson, they're 31 points, 8 of 39 shooting, 20.5% on the floor, 2 for 14 from deep for 14%, 13 of 22 at the free throw line for 59%. Individually for Hutchinson, first of all, leading scorer was Kaya Smith, 17.7 rebounds, 5 assists, shooting 8 of 13, 1 of 3 from deep. Grace Posh was followed behind with 14 points, 6 of 10 shooting, 0 for 2 from 3, 2 for 3 at the free throw line, 5 rebounds. 6 points for Colby Kraft, shooting 2 for 4, 2 for 3 at the line. 5 points for Lene Alvarez, shooting 2 for 4, 1 of 2 from deep. 4 points for 3 players, those being Tenley Jackson, shooting 1 of 3, 1 of 1 from deep, 1 of 2 at the line. 4 points for Lily Rodriguez, shooting 2 for 2, and then 4 points for Ava Crone, shooting 2 for 2 as well. On the floor but not scoring were Clara Anches, Kate Jackson, Avery Tecklenburg, Callie Corwin, and Brooke Hogan. For McPherson, their leading scorer was Carly Cooper with 7 points on the game, 0 for 1 shooting, 0 for 1 three-pointers, 7 for 7 at the free throw line. 5 points for Ellie Bauer, shooting 2 for 6, 1 of 4 from deep, 7 rebounds for her, which was a team high. Bryn Littlejohn with 5 points, 2 for 4 shooting, 2 rebounds for her as well. Behind her, 2 points by, 4 points actually, I should say, by Brooke Doyle. 2 for 8 shooting, 0 for 3 at the 3-point line, 5 rebounds for her as well. 2 points for 4 different players, those being Amory Lowry, Ellie Paulson, Jersey Alexander, and Piper Alvord. And then 1 point for 2 players, Audra Sambo and Riley Whitfield. No points for Marin Sambo, no points for Jensen Alexander. We talked a little bit about Piper Alvord earlier. She got injured in the second quarter with an ankle injury. She was out for the rest of the game. They put a lot of tape on that left ankle, and then she was on the bench going in the second half, but she did not play a second in the second half after that ankle injury. We'll ask Coach Kinnaman how she's doing when Coach Kinnaman comes out to talk to us on the headset. Some other stats for both teams. Starting off for McPherson, they shot, again, they made 8 total shots, but 8 assists. So they assisted on every made shot in this one. 8 steals for them on the game, no blocks, 23 turnovers on the game. For Hutchinson, they had 11 assists on 23 made buckets, 5 blocks, 4 of which by Ava Crone, 11 steals on the game, led by Lily Rodriguez with 3 on the contest, 19 turnovers for Hutchinson. Rebounding-wise, Hutchinson did out-rebound McPherson, but just by 1, 28-27 was the rebounding margin. McPherson led offensive rebounding 13-6. Hutchinson led with defensive rebounding 22-14. And then, of course, the total rebounds, just a 1 rebound advantage by Hutchinson, 28-27. McPherson falls to 5-7 on the year, and Hutchinson improves to 7-4. McPherson will finish in 4th place in the Mid-America Classic this year. Hutchinson gets 3rd place in their first ever Mid-America Classic appearance in the 30-year history. And of course, it probably will not be the last. Hutchinson's boys have been to the McPherson Invitational a lot, so we'll see for Hutchinson girls if they'll return here to the Mid-America Classic next year. They should. They're one heck of a team. Their defense was just absolutely incredible in this game for the Salt Hawks. They changed formations time and time again. It definitely confused the McPherson offense at times, and then they were great getting into passing lanes as well. Hutchinson just needs to figure things out with rebounding and offense. They still had 19 turnovers. This was by far their best shooting day of the tournament, shooting 58% on the game. They still had 19 turnovers, and still, even though they won by a wide margin, they won by 23, they still only out-rebounded McPherson by 1. So that's something that they need to figure out, especially the rest of divisional play, the rest of the year, as they currently sit in 8th place. They actually, I believe, just moved up. Nope, they're staying put at 8th place, as they're 7-4 on the year in the 5A West standings, in a loaded 5A West, I should say. So it's not going to be easy sledding for any 5A West girls team in the state tournament, in sub-state and in state this year. For anybody. But again, McPherson falls in this one by a final score of 54-31. We'll look to hear from head coach Clint Kinnaman, who just went to the locker room about a couple minutes ago after the medal ceremony. So we'll take a time out, and then we'll hear from him coming up next here on the Bullpup Locker Room Show. You're listening to coverage of midseason tournament weeks on Ad Astra Radio, presented by Hutch CC.
Your home for McPherson Bullpup basketball. Find exclusive stories and streaming audio online at adastraradio.com or download the Ad Astra Radio app. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
At McPherson College, you bring the dream, we'll assemble the team. Your experience as a Bulldog student-athlete includes a team of coaches and professors dedicated to your success. McPherson College is home to KCAC champions, NAIA All-Americans, and champions of character. We're also home to some of the lowest student debt and highest career outcomes in Kansas. It's a great day to be a Bulldog. Learn more at macbulldogs.com.
When streaming your favorite shows or live TV event, you deserve the best internet. MTC can help. Switch to MTC Fiber Internet today and enjoy fast, unlimited internet with whole home coverage. Plus, we'll help you pick out the perfect streaming service for your family's needs. For more information or to sign up for service, stop by your local MTC office. Call 877-216-9951 or visit mtcforme.com.
Bullpup fans, want to make a real difference in McPherson? Join the Bullpup Booster Club today. The Bullpup Booster Club proudly supports all student programs and activities, helping our teams, clubs, and organizations succeed. Your membership helps fund uniforms, equipment, and so much more for our students. By supporting the Booster Club, you're backing all the Bullpups. Visit bullpupbooster.com to join today. Together, we're stronger. Go Bullpups!
Whether you want a small home remodel or need repairs done or have a brand new build project in mind, Erickson Custom Building is your choice. All of us at Erickson Custom Building would like to thank our customers for 20 years of business and friendship. Brian and the crew at Erickson have spent those years developing excellent customer service and quality leadership for all types of projects, big or small, traditional or trendy. When your project is finished, it will reflect your vision. For quality and follow-through that exceeds your expectations, not your budget, call Erickson Custom Building or find us on the web at ericksoncustombldg.com.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Bullpup girls fall in the third place game by a final score of 54-31 today to finish in fourth place in the 30th annual Mid-America Classic here at McPherson High School. McPherson falls again to 5-7 on the year after today's loss against Hutchinson. They will resume normal regular season action on Tuesday, where they will go up against Wichita Collegiate on Tuesday at home. Then they'll be on the road against Augusta for another divisional matchup as they get back into divisional play. That game on Thursday, of course, was the rescheduled game, which was originally scheduled for January 7th before Winter Storm Blair came in and decided that they had other plans. So they rescheduled it to Thursday. Now, normally you would think, well, why not on Friday? Well, Augusta has a game on Friday. McPherson did not already have a game scheduled for Friday. They are off this next Friday, which would have been a nice break for McPherson, but of course it also leaves room for anything that needs to be rescheduled, which they did just that for the Augusta game, which was originally scheduled, of course, for January 7th. early on, especially to start off what would have been the second semester for McPherson. So, again, that game moved to Thursday, but that will be a normal doubleheader. We'll have normal doubleheaders the rest of the way for girls and boys for the rest of the regular season all the way to the postseason as well. Head coach Clint Kinnaman now comes here and joins us on the headset. Coach, you guys fell by a final score 54-31, but first thing that's probably more important, how's Piper doing?
I don't think her ankle's too bad.
Okay.
She was walking fairly normal, so hopefully that's a good sign. I'm hoping it's one of those kind of scared her instead of actually, did some structural damage. But, we'll take a look at her tomorrow and see where we're at and next day and so on. So we need to get her back healthy, obviously.
I mean, you guys have a quick turnaround on Tuesday going up against Collegiate. But back to this game, just kind of struggled a little bit early, but could you credit that to Hutchinson's defense because they changed a lot of formations time and again throughout the entire game?
Yeah, part of it, honestly, we were out of gas. Brooke, is usually a real high energy player, getting a lot of offensive rebounds and crashing the glass, and we just didn't have the gas to get there. So, and you're right, Hutch did a good job defensively of limiting shots. We did get some back cuts. Sometimes we missed them. We had some open shots that we missed too that, a lot of times we will make. Defensively for us, we didn't do a very good job keeping the ball out in the middle of the floor. So the middle ball screens were really killing us. We didn't have very good tags. It's something that we started to work on, trying to get it out of the middle a little bit more than what we have, and we'll keep working on it.
You brought in a lot of underclassmen in the fourth quarter, especially freshmen, and they hustled well to the ball, and they did a good job. Especially, how about Carly at the free throw line shooting 7 of 7?
7 of 7. Carly and Ellie Paulson are two that they kind of beat themselves up, sometimes if things don't go right or, they miss something. And I was really happy to see her go in there and hit all 7 of those. I thought Ellie's energy was really good tonight. She's getting more comfortable. She's now attacking the basket a little bit, which is good. Jen kind of banged her head. Hopefully she was not concussed. Her eyes were good and everything, but, you worry about that anytime a kid hits the floor with their head.
For sure. Now, quick turnaround, as I mentioned. You have Wichita Collegiate back here on Tuesday. What do you see out of them, and how do you guys try to use that or have that quick turnaround and try to come out with a victory?
Well, tomorrow they need to rest. They need a full day of rest with, back to back to back. That's tough to do. That's tough at any level to play 3 in a row. But with Collegiate, we're going to try to do what we do, and I haven't even scouted them. I'll be honest with you. I've been locked in on. I was watching film at 4 a.m. of Hutch this morning, trying to figure out, ways that we could attack them and ways that we could keep them from attacking us. So obviously, I didn't do a very good job at 4 a.m.
In fairness, nobody does a good job at anything at 4 a.m. unless the job is being up super late. So I'm with you there, partner. So, Coach, thank you for taking the time today, at least, and we appreciate you joining us all week long. Despite the week going 1-2, it was a fun week, without a doubt, and we thank you for helping us have that fun week. And finally, some normal doubleheaders for the rest of the regular season.
Yeah. Next week it's kind of a player's dream. They have 2 games with only 1 day of practice in between them.
Yep.
They're already lobbying for Friday off. And I'm like, we'll kind of see how things go this week.
Absolutely.
Hey, thank you, Lane. Thanks for the coverage. Appreciate it.
For sure. Thank you, Coach. That's head coach Clint Kinnaman. It's time now for the Happy Egg Excellent Play of the Game and the People's Bank and Trust Player of the Game. But before we do, we'd like to thank some of our sponsors for helping us out all season long. As when I get the opportunity to see the sponsors that I can thank, then I will thank them for you. Here are the sponsors that will help us out and that have helped us out. Idea Tech, Pooh Squad, McPherson Dental Care, Schmidt Electric, Act 360 Insurance with Darren Eddy and Cody Moores, RC Heating and Cooling, Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home, Edward Jones McPherson, Archer Gear for Sport, McPherson Center for Health, Freddy's Frozen Custard, Next Tech Wireless, and McPherson High School Booster Club. Time now for the Happy Edco excellent play of the game. And it's got to be the, just right out of the gate, McPherson had a terrific start with a three-pointer made by Ellie Bauer. But I'm going to give a close second to the 7 free throws that were hit by Carly Cooper, especially when she went 4 for 4 in that stretch after the technical foul and the personal foul happening at once. That's going to be the Happy Edco excellent plays of the game. Visit happyeggfarms.com to learn how you can help feed America. I will give Ellie Bauer today's player of the game, brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, because she was terrific on the boards and dishing the rock. She did finish with just 1 assist, but there were only 8 made buckets, but 7 rebounds, which led the way, especially for somebody who's 5'6", one of the shorter players on the floor. Without a doubt, a good mark for Ellie Bauer. She's going to be our People's Bank and Trust player of the game. People's Bank and Trust since 1898, community banking at its best. That's going to do it for us here for coverage of the Mid-America Classic and for Bullpup girls basketball here today. But as we talked about, Bullpups will be back in action on Tuesday. They'll have a home doubleheader against Wichita Collegiate. We're back to normal when it comes to basketball broadcasts, as the pregame coverage will begin at 5:40. The girls will play at 6 and the boys at 7:30. It'll be right here on KMCP. You can also watch the video live stream on our website at AdAstraRadio.com. But until then, for studio engineer Sherry Bruce, for Peyton Huffman, our live stream coordinator, this is Lane Gillespie saying thank you for tuning in today to 98.9, 1540 KMCP for coverage of McPherson basketball. We'll be back here later on Tuesday. Your home for McPherson High School athletics is 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
At Midway Motors, we are here for you for every mile of life. Whether you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or selling one, Midway Motors will buy your vehicle even if you're not in the market to buy one of ours. Just stop by one of our 5 locations and one of our appraisers will evaluate your vehicle and you can leave with a check the same day. It's fast and easy. Visit MidwayMotors.com for more information. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
Your home for McPherson Bullpup basketball. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. For more Bullpup coverage, find exclusive stories and streaming audio online at AdAstraRadio.com or download the Ad Astra Radio app. This has been a presentation of the Ad Astra Sports Network, leading the way in regional sports coverage. It's basketball season, and that means the McPherson Bullpups are on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.